Welcome to the garden today. Today we're going to be doing a seed haul. We're doing it out here, out in the country, out in the garden, because that's kind of where we're going to be planting the seed, and it's going to be where we're at whenever I put them in my pocket. But anyway, it's from Mommy and Me Gardens. I didn't cover up my address, but I don't really care. Most of the time you won't find it if you do try to get me.
GPS sent you someplace else?
Yeah. See, when you really live in the country, you've got a certain... Yeah, that ain't nobody gonna walk through those Dobermans. Now, this is the second one I bought, because the first is this one. Then I forgot I didn't order one of the seeds, and then I don't want to order from somebody that just gets one pack of seeds. I just, even though I got free shipping, it just seems wrong, because they're gonna lose money on that.
Right, right.
So I got the Jasper tomato seeds. That's one I was looking for.
You gotta remember this when I buy more floss online.
And it's supposed to be late blight resistant, and that's why I really wanted to have it. So maybe I could grow the tomatoes later. Last year, that's what killed all my tomatoes, was late blight. Oh yeah, there's no screw in there.
Want me to hold it?
Put them back in there. Do a good job.
Yay!
And then I bought this one here, BHN 589. It's a determinate variety. If you grab these, you're gonna be in trouble. And it's supposed to be disease resistant, and it's also supposed to have really good flavor. They said it had better flavor than the Hosinator.
Ooh.
So we're gonna give it a try. And this one I thought they might have messed up on, because all it says is seeds. But if you look real close, it's that right there.
I'm old.
And I think it's
Excelsior. Organic hybrid cucumber.
Yeah, and so it's Excelsior. Sometimes when you order from some of these places, I mean, they had to put all that in there, so I guess had that small font to fit. But first I thought, well, I'll figure it out by looking at the order form, and then I got to look real close. Hey, the name is on there. And this is the first times I bought from these. And then I just got some Butter Crunch lettuce, because I didn't kind of run out of lettuce. So, and Butter Crunch is a pretty good one. Because down here, if you never gardened much before, you don't get iceberg lettuce. It's an inferior lettuce to start with. The only reason they sell it in the stores is because it keeps well. It's hard to grow, doesn't have any flavor to it.
No nutritional value, really.
Yeah, so, but the Butter Crunch and stuff, it's got some firmer lettuce and stuff, so it's good. And it's kind of a mixture between the two. And the first one I ordered, and the reason I did it is it had another one called Defiant Hybrid Tomato. And it is also late blight resistant, so that's why I bought it. And it's a slicing size tomato. And then I got Magic Mountain, and it's a smaller 2 to 4 ounce seed.
Why's it called Magic Mountain?
There's a mountain series.
Okay.
So they had to come up with other names.
Okay, because there's a Magic Mountain amusement park in California.
Yeah, it's not named after that.
I didn't think so, but it's just weird.
And then I got the large barred boar tomato. I'm not sure why. I think it's a really pretty tomato, so it just caught my fancy. I have to find a place for it, so that means it might not get planted. And then I got Big Zack. And Big Zack is known as having really massive sized tomatoes.
Big with a name like that.
And I just want to grow a 2-pound tomato. I got the 1 pound, 12 ounce ones last year.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if this, I don't want to plant over like 2 at the most as far as the plants, because it's probably gonna taste really bland, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming it'd be watery.
Yeah, because no one brags about the flavor of this one. They just brag about the size. So, but Big Zack. But anyway, we're gonna see how those do. I will be planting my tomatoes here probably next weekend, or I guess now I'm tired of doing meantime. But
yeah,
I'm gonna try to wait, because I don't want to get these big, massive tomato plants. I know there was one YouTuber last year that planted hers right before Christmas, and she didn't do that this year.
Well, I know at one point we had a jungle of tomato plants in our house.
Yeah, that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I didn't do it. Everybody does it. They'll say it takes 6 to 8 weeks to grow a tomato plant. In the south, when our temperatures in the house are in the 70s all the time, because outside may be in the 70s, if you keep your house warm 4 weeks, 4 weeks you have a tomato big enough to plant outside. 3 weeks you could almost push it out, but 4 weeks. So, and probably the earliest I'm going to be planting my tomatoes out will be middle of February. So when you look at the middle of February, you don't want to plant them now because it's January 10th. So, you know, if I plant them now, they're going to be, because they'll go from this size to this size in a week. So and really, you want to plant them when they're about this size for a couple of reasons. Number one, there's less transplant shock. And number two, there's a second reason.
I don't know.
There's less transplant shock. Number two is if you have to cover them, they're really easy to cover when this tall. If you're going to try to put boxes, I mean, I've had, as a point, I've had some of these one time and went to cover my tomatoes, and that wasn't tall enough because they got this tall in a very short period of time. So, because sometimes we get a late frost. We don't get freezes, we get a frost, and you may get that in the middle of March. So, you know, covering them up can be a problem. So that's kind of why you try to keep them. You're kind of juggling it. Now you say, well, why don't you just wait till, you know, March 15th and plant them? Well, that's because I'm reducing my opportunity to make tomatoes, because by June 1st, the tomato has to set all it's going to probably set, and then you're ripen the rest of them in June. So if I wait till March 15th, as opposed to that, and I think I explained it a couple of times, but not everybody sees all the videos. If I wait till March 15th, I got about 30 days to actually set the tomatoes. If I do it February 15th, I have 60 days. So I've doubled my opportunity to make tomatoes. Plus, if we get a hot summer early, one year we had a really hot summer and nobody made any tomatoes, but I did make them because I made them early. Another year, there's always something, we had a really wet spell where we got 14 inches of rain in a week's time, and I don't think ever got over like 3 inches at any one rain. So we were totally soaked for, you know, 7, 8, 10 days, and the tomatoes just fell apart. I mean, they looked great going into that week. By the end of the week, they had all kinds of fungal diseases and some wilts. Some of them just wilted and died. But I already made some tomatoes, and other people lost their whole crop, but mine made early. So now my tomato plants don't last quite as long as some people's do. Some people will push them further into July, but I would rather, or sometime even to June, but I would rather make the tomatoes early when I know they can make than try to plant them later. But anyway, I've had very success with that. I know the neighbor down the street last year planted his late and he didn't do as well. So I was hoping he would. I was going to, you know, because you never know. That's one thing about gardening. You kind of want to watch the people around you do things that you might not do, and what they may do may work. So even on this channel, some of the tomatoes, whether the tomatoes that one BHN 589, I would have never grown it, but one of the people comments, hey, that's a good tasting one. So I do read the comments. I do respond to my comments. If you have any comments, comment in the bottom. I guess that's it.
Yeah.
See you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye.